Mrs. Danvers, you must be patient with me. I'm new to this sort of life, and I so want to make a success of it. Maxim, what is it?
What's what?
Why are you behaving like this?
Like what?
You haven't spoken for the last 10 minutes, and when I asked to see the West Wing, you almost snapped my head off.
Look, there are certain things I do not wish to see. There are certain things I do not wish to do. You can do what you like, but don't expect me to stir up memories that could only destroy us both.
What happened, Frank? What happened when she was drowned?
The boat capsized and sank. She was washed overboard.
Was Rebecca very beautiful?
I think she was the most beautiful creature I ever saw in my life.
Do you think the dead come back and watch the living? Sometimes I wonder if she comes back here to Monderley and watches you and Mr. De Winter together.
Lazing about in the garden, we get invaded by a whole crowd of people.
Well, don't blame me.
That dreadful man Crone and his falling son, and her!
Well, they're not my friends, Maxim.
Well, they're certainly not mine. What did you talk to her about?
What?
What did you talk to her about?
Oh, nothing much, this and that, you know. She asked about the ball.
What ball?
Well, the Monderley ball. Are we going to revive the Monderley fancy dress ball, she said. Are we?
Oh, Lady Crone is a nuisance. She doesn't realize how much work it involves.
Well, it's not just Lady Crone. Mrs. Tucker was asking about it too, and the bishop's wife.
Really?
Well, they said how lovely it was, how much everyone enjoyed it. Well, Frank Crawley said it was one of the events of the year.
I didn't know that you were keen on such things.
Oh, people seem to expect it, Maxim.
Expect what?
Some sort of a party, some sort of
celebration for the bride?
Well, yes, I suppose so. Well, I get so embarrassed, you see, when people ask, I don't know what to say.
What will you go as? Alice in Wonderland? You look like it now, with your finger in your mouth.
Oh, Maxim, don't be so rude.
What's rude about that?
Well, I do so wish you wouldn't treat me like a silly little girl.
How do you want to be treated?
Well, like other men treat their wives.
Knock you about, you mean?
Oh, don't be absurd. Why must you make a joke of everything I say?
I'm not joking. I'm very serious. All right, if you want a party, you shall have a party. I'll talk to Frank Crawley about it.
I can help with the arrangements. I'd like to.
There's nothing much to do. The old guest list is in the office. Oh, you could lick the stamps.
What will you wear?
I never dress up. It's the rule of the house. The host doesn't wear fancy dress.
Oh, that's not fair.
The rule of the house.
Well, in that case, I shall keep my costume a secret. I shan't tell you anything about it. And it won't be Alice in Wonderland.
About the ball. Was it your idea or Maxim's?
Well, both, really, I suppose.
Well, I think it's splendid. Just what we all need. Something to look forward to. Giles is coming as an Arab sheik. You mustn't say anything. It's supposed to be a surprise. Giles is so excited. He loves dressing up. We always have charades at Christmas. You mustn't be frightened of Gran. She's nearly blind, bless her heart. And she's deaf, and she's not very bright these days either. Well, at her age, what can you expect?
Oh, how old is she?
86, I think. Is this right? 87 in October.
I remember Maxim talking about her when we first met.
About Gran?
Oh, about you both, actually. We were sitting in the hotel in Monte Carlo. He started talking about his family. I'm all alone in the world, he said. Apart from my sister and an ancient grandmother.
Rather alike, funnily enough, Maxim and Gran. If you can imagine Maxim deaf and old and dotty. Out of the way, you fool! I telephoned to the nurse that we were coming, so let's hope everything's all right. It is a pity Maxim couldn't come. Still, never mind. Good afternoon, Hilary.
Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, madam.
Here we are, Gran. Arrived safe and sound.
Dear Bee, how sweet of you to come and see me. We're so dull here. Nothing for you to do.
I brought Maxim's wife to see you. She wanted to come before, but she and Maxim have been very busy.
Kiss her.
How has she been?
Rather mixed, madam. She has one good day and then a bad. You know how it is.
You nice thing. How sweet of you to come. I'm very pleased to meet you. You ought to have brought Maxim with you.
I'm afraid he's busy today.
You must bring him the next time. Sit down, my dear, here, near me, so I can see you. Bee, come the other side.
How are you enjoying Manderley, Mrs. De Winter?
Oh, very much, thank you.
It's a beautiful spot, isn't it?
Mrs. De Winter's very keen on art. I tell her there are heaps of spots in Manderley that would make very jolly pictures.
Rather. What a nice hobby. I had a friend who was a wonder with her pencil. We went to Provence together one Easter, and she did such pretty sketches. How nice.
We're talking about sketching, Gran. You didn't know we had an artist in the family, did you?
Who's an artist? I don't know anyone.
Ask your new granddaughter.
What's Bee talking about? I didn't know you were an artist. We've never had an artist in the family.
Oh, Beatrice was joking.
She says I was joking.
I'm not really an artist. I like sketching as a hobby.
Ah, a hobby? Yes, I see.
You spent your honeymoon in Italy, didn't you? We were so pleased with the picture postcard Mr. De Winter sent. Oh, did he send one? I don't remember. Oh, yes, it was quite an excitement. We love anything like that.
What time is it, Bee?
Almost 4:30.
1:30. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Why doesn't Nora bring in the tea?
What? Hungry again after our big lunch? We keep a scrapbook, you know, and we paste anything to do with the family inside it. Anything pleasant, that is, like your postcard. How nice.
Why doesn't Nora bring in the tea?
It's only just turned past.
I wouldn't have your job for 1,000 a day.
Oh, I'm used to it, Mrs. Lacey. We've got a treat, you know, today. Watercress sandwiches.
Is it watercress day?
Yes, watercress today. She loves watercress.
Why doesn't Nora bring in the tea?
She will in a minute, Gran.
Did you have fine weather in Italy?
Oh, yes, it was very warm.
They had lovely weather in Italy, she says, for their honeymoon. Maxim got quite sunburned.
Why isn't Maxim here today? Is he still in Italy?
We told you, darling, he's busy. He's at home.
When did he go to Italy?
On his honeymoon, Gran, in April. We wrote and told you all about it. He's at home now at Monderley.
Are you staying at Monderley too?
Oh, Gran, darling, you know perfectly well she lives there now. She and Maxim are married.
I don't understand.
I think
Who
we better go.
are you, my dear? I've never seen you before. I don't know your face. B, who is this child?
Come along, Lily.
Why didn't Maxim bring Rebecca? I'm so fond of Rebecca.
Her mind wanders.
Where
to see
is
she doesn't
dear
know what she's
Rebecca?
saying.
I want Rebecca. What have you done with Rebecca? Where is Rebecca? Where is Rebecca? Where is Rebecca?
Come in.
I hope I'm not disturbing you, madam.
What is it, Mrs. Danvers?
Robert found these drawings on the library floor. I wondered whether you meant to throw them away.
Yes, that's right. They're only rough sketches. I don't want them.
Very good, madam. May I ask, are they costume sketches for the ball?
Yes, that's right.
So you've not yet decided what you will wear?
Not yet, Mrs. Danvers, no.
Hasn't Mr. De Winter suggested a costume for you?
No, I want to surprise him.
I wonder you don't copy one of the pictures in the gallery.
Yes, I might think about that.
All the pictures in the gallery would make good costumes, especially the one of Miss Caroline De Winter, the young lady in white. I wonder Mr. De Winter doesn't make it a period ball, with everyone dressed more or less the same to be in keeping. I never think it looks right to see a clown dancing with a lady in powder and patches.
Well, some people enjoy the variety. Well, they think it makes it all the more amusing.
Well, I don't like it myself. Had you thought who would make the dress?
No, I hadn't. Well, do you know of anyone?
No one down here can do that sort of thing well. But Voce and Bond Street have a good reputation.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Danvers. I'll remember that.
Thank you, madam.
Poor old Beatrice always looks wrong on these occasions. Last time she came as Madame de Pompadour, and she tripped on her way into dinner, and her wig flew off. Damn thing, she said. She clutched it to her the rest of the evening. Lady Crone thought that she'd brought her Persian cat. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Madam.
Oh, this is Mrs. De Winter speaking. I wanted to make sure that you understood all my instructions about the dress. Oh, you did. Good. And the wig. Oh, good. Thank you very much. And do remember that I want it on Wednesday the 12th, without fail.
Mr. Crawley, madam.
Oh, yes, show him in.
Oh, I hope I'm not too early.
No, I've just finished, all addressed and checked against the guest list.
Very efficient, thank you. I'll get these in the post this evening.
Do you think they'll all say yes?
Of course they will. Nobody wants to miss the Monderley ball.
Oh, dear, all those people, it's very daunting.
You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. You won't have to do anything alarming. You'll just receive the guests, and there's nothing in that.
You make it sound very easy.
So it is.
Well, all those strangers, what on earth should I say to them?
They're not all strangers, Mrs. De Winter. Perhaps you'll give me a dance.
You shall have as many dances as you like. I shan't dance with anyone but you and Maxim.
Oh, but that wouldn't look right at all. People would be very offended. You must dance with those who ask you.
Dear Frank, you are so nice. Well, I so hope it'll be a success.
I'm sure it'll be a great success. You've got nothing to worry about.
Oh, but I have. I've got so much to live up to.
How do you mean?
Well, everyone tells me how brilliantly Rebecca organised these parties, how glittering they were, how perfect in every way.
Yes, but that's all in the past now.
Is it?
Yes, of course it is.
Well, Maxim's bound to think of it, though. He's bound to think how things used to be.